Hey everybody, welcome to the webinar. This is the third one, and in this one, we're going to do the Father's Day Challenge. We're going to do ramping up and scaling. So first things first, can you hear me and see me? Just give me one in the chat box if you're good to go. And yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. The strep throat is gone now, so feeling good, back to normal. And number two, just where are you calling in from? Where are you located? So you guys know I'm up in London. It's kind of nice out today. Not too bad. A little overcast, but warmer than usual. We had snow the other day. Like I woke up and there, I think it was about 5 days ago, there was snow on the ground. It was crazy. So we got New York, Napanee, Minnesota, all over. Who's from overseas? Must have a couple. I think there we go, Netherlands. Hello, Anita. The Hague, Netherlands. Right on. So we've got worldwide here. Philippines. Cool. Very cool. All right, I'm going to dive in. So we got to cover two things. So thanks for coming on. Like I do have a lot of stuff to show you. We're going to cover two things today. And that's going to be basically, number one is Facebook ads. And number two is YouTube ads. Okay, they do work too. So there are people on the forums who are going through some ad account issues with Facebook, and that's okay. I want you to know there are other routes that we can take. You don't have to do 100% Facebook. In fact, I'm trying to shift to like 50-50 and then split it up so Facebook is only like 30% of my traffic eventually. Because you never know. I've had my ad account restricted, like 3 times now, and I got like a 72-hour ban completely from Facebook a while back. And I got everything back, and I always do, like, knock on wood, tend to get it back. But it's weird because when you just load up your ad account one day and you're like, oh, your ad account's restricted, and they don't tell you why, and then you have to appeal it. And I'm like, you know what? Excuse me. Wow. I don't want to build my business just relying on one traffic source. So I'm going to diversify, and that's why I got back into Google. And I'm also getting into like Pinterest and trying Snapchat and everything else that I can possibly get my hands on for paid traffic. Even the native traffic, I'm working on that too, but it's not really profiting yet. So places like Taboola and Outbrain and things like that. So don't fret if you don't have access to Facebook. It's not the end of the world. I know that's where everybody focuses right now, but it's okay. So I'm going to show you Facebook and YouTube. Let's dive in. First of all, with Facebook, I put together some slides for this method because I do get a lot of questions on, I ran the test. My mug, by the way, got 5 sales so far, and I haven't really touched it yet because I wanted to show you guys what I'm going to do today on it. So the method is the CBO study method. I got to come up with a better name. If anybody has a better name for this, let me know. But the goal is we want consistent profits, and the best way to do this is kind of move slow and steady. It's like the tortoise and the hare. The tortoise, moves super slow, but it can win the race. So that's what this method is, and it's basically based on, did you find a winner? So if you found a winner in your testing, which is 3+ sales, is kind of a definite one. So if you spend $50 and you get 3 sales, well, you got a good shot at a really good winner there. So what do you do next? Well, you have to ramp it up. And how do you do that? You ramp it up and you scale it by doing this. I like to keep things as simple as possible with Facebook ads because they are super confusing. So you've got your test ad account, your test campaign. It's running, it's working. You've got some in there that are profitable, some ad sets, and you've got probably 8 of them or 7 of them that are actually turned off. So what you're going to do is every morning, I go in basically when I wake up, and I'll just create 10 new ad sets. So the goal is 10 new ad sets every day except for Monday. And I'll leave all the settings the same. And basically what I'll do is I'll do a duplicate of the highest return on ad spend ad sets. So I've got my column set up that says return on ad spend, and I'll sort it from highest to lowest. My highest return on ad spend ad sets get duplicated. So if I have 2 or 3 of them that are doing really well, then maybe I'll do 4 of the top one, 3 of number 2, 3 of number 3, That gives me 10 total. Okay. I'm going to also delete any inactive ad sets from the CBO. And the reason I do that is I believe that we're freeing up the algorithm to work a little bit better and only focusing on the active stuff. I have done it in the past where I just let it sit there paused, and I do believe it bogs down the system. So I think the machine learning gets all mucked up if there's pause ones in there. So I just delete them right out. Plus, I'll tell you, once you hit 1,000 dynamic creatives in your ad account, you'll get a warning saying you've hit your limit. And you can then contact support and say, I need more dynamic creatives, and it'll take a while. Or you just delete the ones as you go, and that frees up space to do more new ad sets in the future. So that's kind of why I have to delete inactive ad sets. And the ad sets are turned off from those rules that we set previously. You know, rule number one, if it doesn't have an add to cart by like 15 spent, then it shuts off. Rule number two, if it doesn't have a purchase by 30 spent, then it shuts off. And rule number three, if the return on ad spend drops below a 2 uh, over the lifetime, then we shut it off. And that third rule only runs at 11 p.m. You can see those rules in the previous training session. The replay is right on the forums for you, okay? So you've got your 10 new ad sets every day, and you're just building and building and building the campaign. Eventually, you're going to have 20, 30, 40, 50 ad sets running that are actually profitable, and you're just adding 10 new ones. It's like, think of your campaign like your car, and when you drive it, you burn gas. So the gas that you have to fill it up, right? Like once a week or whatever. Like lately, it's more like every 3 weeks, but you have to fill your tank. So your new ad sets are just filling your campaign tank with new fuel to go out and get more sales. Okay. You rinse and repeat every day except Monday. You just let it run. I let mine run through Monday. I don't pause the good ones on Monday. I just let it run through, but I don't add any new ones on Monday. Okay. Now, to add a little bit of like turbo boost to your campaign, what I like to do is I'll add in one retargeting ad set for every 10 normal ad sets within the same campaign. And so I'll do a duplicate of my top performing ad set, and I'm going to change it so that it targets only people who viewed the page, excluding buyers. And I'm also going to change the ad copy to say, did life get in the way? Come on back and finish your order. That'll be one of my primary text. And the second one will be, we noticed you clicked our page and kind of viewed our ad, but you didn't order. So come on back, it's waiting for you. And then I'll be a little bit more aggressive in the headline. I'll just say, click here to order, click here to buy now. But you can use the same ad images if you want, or you can mix up the ad images too, just to change it up. So the retargeting campaigns or the retargeting ad sets within the campaign, these ones are actually very, very, very profitable because you're targeting only people who viewed the page but didn't buy. Okay. So that goes in the same campaign. That's it. That's called horizontal scaling. So I'm not going in, I'm not jacking up the budget, I'm not removing the limits for the maximum spend per ad set. I'm not doing any of that. All I'm doing is feeding it constantly some new blood, and I'm getting rid of the old stuff that didn't work. So it's a constant maintenance every morning of feeding it new and getting rid of the old. And that's it. That's how I've been doing it. And I've got one. It's now what, May 14th. I've had one that's been running for since March 3rd, profitably. So using this exact method. Now, if we were in the Christmas season, I would be showing you guys kind of another method to do it, which is a lot more aggressive, but we're not. So I'm not going to show that right now. So this is just the one that I recommend during the in-between times. If you do have one that's really going, I mean, you're certainly free to increase that maximum spend limit to maybe 25 or 50 or 100 or whatever it may be. But when you do that, you're messing up the whole method. So the method may not perform the same as it does this way. So I mean, I'm just happier with the consistent profits than trying to get gigantic spikes and then gigantic falls. That's really, it takes an emotional toll on you when you go through that. So it's just depends on your approach. If you want to go fast and furious, go for it. But I prefer more of a slow and steady approach. All right, is the audio working? I can't hear you. Oh, On my end, it looks like it's working. I think people can hear me. I'm getting some questions coming in. Yeah, it is working. Check your speakers. Like I know for me, I've got a bunch in here. Make sure you got the right one set. Make sure your volume set on your computer. What after I duplicate 10 ad sets and I only got one sale? Well, the ad sets that you do a duplicate of, they're actually going to be controlled by your rules. So if your rules will start turning off the bad ones and keeping the good ones going, if you get to the stage that you're actually going to start ramping up and scaling, then out of 10 ad sets, you're going to have at least 2 or 3 that are going to keep going, at least one minimum that's going to keep going. The other ones will get shut off. Another question, the retargeting ad set have to start a new one every day or allow the existing run to run over? Yeah, the retargeting, you let it run continuously and the rules just control it. Same as your normal ad sets. So it's not starting one every day. Okay, guys are saying the audio is working. Are you duplicating and running in the morning? I notice most sales don't come until about 4 p.m. Eastern, and I don't get profitable until later in the evening. Yeah, I noticed that too. My mornings are actually pretty good though, and then afternoons stink, and then evenings pick right back up and make a ton of money. So if in like Mike in your ad accounts, if you're noticing that 4 p.m. is when it really starts taking off, then do duplicates whenever you want before 4 p.m. and just schedule it to start at 4 p.m. So you can modify it that way so that instead of starting right away in the morning, you can start at 4 p.m. And that may turn it from like a break-even campaign into a profitable campaign for you. Do you only duplicate ad sets with purchase or ad sets with add to carts? Well, it's return on ad spend, so it's purchase. If it has we're not really at this stage. We know it's a winner. We know it's pumping out sales. So yeah, it's going to be the ones that have purchase. The one that have like add to carts, they basically get another $15 to spend to get a purchase. So you could have some that have like 3 add to carts and no purchase. To me, that's not a good ad set. Don't worry about it because we're actually going to hit that exact same setting, the exact same audience, but a different bucket within the audience with a new duplicate. So all these duplicates they're not targeting the exact same people. So say you have 1 million people in your potential audience for your ad set. When you're doing 10 duplicates of that ad set, it doesn't start at number 1 and go like all the way through. It starts at like it might show the ad to like number 1 to 100, and then the next ad set might show like from 300 to 400 within that audience, and the next one might show like 5,000 to like 6,000. The next one might show like 99,000 to 100,000. Like if you look at a list of people within that audience, so that's why we do the duplicates, because within audiences there's buckets of people, and our ad sets hit a different bucket every time. Okay, so you're not launching to the same people over and over and hoping that eventually you badger them enough to like convert. Do you treat Saturday and Sunday differently from weekends? No, I don't. I find lately I've been finding Saturday's been like one of my best days, and then Sunday is starting to taper off, and then Mondays just stink still for me. I don't know why. Some guys are having great Mondays. I had one Monday that was really, really good, and then but it like overall over the history of my account, Mondays just are awful. So do we duplicate 10 ad sets consistent daily, or only fill up those shut off to make it 10 ad sets? Every day you do 10 ad sets. Okay. It's not 10 new ones one day and then nothing. It's every day, 10 new ones. So regardless of what's happening with them, with your rules and everything, you take your best ones and you do 10 new ad sets, 10 new duplicates of your highest ROI or highest return on ad spend ones. So the duplicates do not change audiences, not changing the targets. No, not really. Like if you look at an audience of say Father's Day and men like 25 to 54, or even men 21 to 54, you're looking at an audience size of probably I don't know what it was, like 3 million or 6 million. So at 12.50 per day, how much of that audience are you hitting with one ad set? Like a tiny, tiny, tiny fraction of it. That's why we can keep doing duplicates of the exact same one. Now, if you had an audience that was like 5,000 people and you tried to do this, it probably wouldn't work because the audience size would be too small. Are your ads generally CBO or ABO? This method is CBO. Now, I do have other methods that are ABO, which is ad set budgets, but I had to develop this because I thought, well, Facebook told us they were going to switch everybody to CBOs and then they backed off and now they're not. So now, I don't know, maybe they're going to phase out CBOs. It beats me. If I were doing this on a ad set budget, I would just remove the 12.50 max spend, obviously, because you can't do that, and I would just make each ad set have a daily budget of $12.50. So that's how I would just shift it from CBO to ABO. CBO, okay, somebody's saying, can you define them? So CBO means campaign budget optimization, and that means you set the budget at the campaign level, and Facebook will actually spread it out amongst all the ad sets within the campaign. So if Facebook sees something doing really well, it'll try and shift all the budget to that. It's not a perfect system though. So Facebook will take, say you have $1,000 daily budget on a campaign budget optimization campaign. That means that $1,000, it's up to Facebook where it goes within the ad sets. That's why we have to put controls on them, because Facebook is a little bit dumb sometimes and it'll dump a whole bunch of money into an ad set that's not performing, while meantime you got a couple of really good performers that they're ignoring. So CBO means campaign budget and it's more controlled by Facebook. ABO means ad set budget, which means you don't set the budget at the campaign level, you set it at the ad set level, and you control the daily budget for the ad set. So that's the difference between the two. ABO is like the old style that they've had around forever. CBO is the new style that Facebook wanted to bring in, but it just didn't work out for them. It kind of flopped and fell on their face. So that is not good. All right. So if you have questions, post them in the forums. But I mean, this is it. This is the basic gist. It's just 10 new ad sets every day, and delete the old ones, and just keep doing duplicates of your big winners. And you will see this eventually build out to like 15 profitable ad sets, 20 profitable ad sets, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. By the time you get up to about 30 profitable ad sets in there, you're going to be pulling in about $1,000 revenue and about probably 300 or 350 profit every day, like clockwork. Okay. So then if you get to that point, what do? You just keep adding ad sets. Okay. Now, there is supposedly a cap on how many ad sets you can have within the CBO, which I think is about 70 or so. So if you're getting near 70 in there, what you can do is start a second CBO identical to the first one and just keep continuing the method in both. Okay, so that's a little bit down the road. Most people don't even get to that stage, but that is a good option for you. So what's next? Next is this baby. So I'm going to jump into YouTube ads. So we need a couple things here in order to do YouTube ads. And you guys are probably thinking, oh man, I don't even want to learn this because nobody talks about it. Nobody does it. It doesn't work, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to show you why it works. I'm going to show you exactly how to set it up and exactly how to set up your tracking, exactly how to do your video. The last challenge I did, I set up a video, but the video is really, really bad. So I'm going to show you a better way to set up a video on this call live. So first of all, we need a couple things. First, you need a Google Ads account. So go to google.com/ads. And if you're new, you can even get a coupon for this. So go watch Google coupon, or sorry, Google Ads if you're new. Here it is. So US Google Ads coupon voucher, go there, and they will match the amount you spend up to 150 bucks on new ones. It's only for new ones though. And so this is US, but you could search for Canada. So I can't use that because I already have a Google Ads account, but Actually, I have a couple. So this will go, I'm going to sign in. I've got a couple here. This is my, you know how you have like a business manager in Facebook? Well, this is like a business manager for this. So I'm going to go into accounts and I'm going to go into this one. I think it's this one. Yeah, I'll show this one. So this account has been running a while. I don't think there's anything active in it right now. Let's check the campaigns. Nope. Good. So when you go into your campaign, well, when you go into your page, you're going to land like here. Oops. Accounts. There we go. So none of my ads are running. I don't have anything running right now. So we need a couple things. We need the ad account. We need a video that's actually on YouTube. And then we need a conversion tracking set up so that we can connect it to our Gear Bubble account so that we are good to go. So this is my Gear Bubble account. I kind of sorted it by my mug. And then actually I'll put this up in that new tab. So first things first, I'm going to do a video. So before we do anything within the ad account, I'm going to get my video going. So what you need is some type of video program, but this one is really, really good. I use this for everything. And you're going to watch me actually create this right now. All right, so we'll do a new project. And in here, I'm actually going to get some images and then I'm going to put them in here. So let me just move this down. First image I want is of the mug. So I'm going to put bread like so. And then I'm actually going to use my kind of screen capture here. I'm going to grab this. I'm going to save that over here. File, save as. I'll put video for training. I'll just save the front. I'll go back here and then I'm going to do the back. Now the back, you need a picture. So you can go here, just go to, well, or if you have one, I don't want my face on there, but I'll put father and child. Got a bunch here. And just pick anyone. And actually, you could split test these too if you really wanted. Or maybe father and let's try daughter. Looking for older kids, although it doesn't matter. Yeah, they got a lot of little ones. Yeah, that's good child. Oh, kid. Found one before. I can't remember where I found it. Maybe it was son. Oh, there we go. So there's a cool one. Man talking. So I'm going to save this. You can use these for free. So there it is right there. I'm just going to show in the folder. So I have it ready to go. And now here I'm going to upload it. There. Open. Then you'll see you can crop it. And then I'm going to take a screenshot of that. Oops. Did it too fast. There. File. Save as. And I'll just save it there. Okay, so now I can start making my video in Camtasia. So I'm going to import media, and I'm going to grab those images. That one and that one. And here, I'm going to go to properties. Oops. I'm going to change the color to white. Well, that's not white. That's white. And the reason I changed it to white is because when I drag these images on there, I want them to actually show. So first, I'm going to do this annotation, and then I'm going to drag this down to the timeline, and then I'm going to change the font of this to black, and then I can type here. So I'm going to say, want the perfect Father's Day gift. I'll just make this bigger. Remember, this is going on YouTube, so I want to make it big and simple. And it doesn't have to be long at all. Then I can change the font size here too. That font is cool. The Montserrat, whatever you call it. That's cool. So I want the perfect Father's Day gift. And then what I'm going to do is go back to my media. And, oh, actually, I'll put another annotation. I can copy this too. So down here, I'll just copy. Then I'll click paste. It's always easier to edit something than it is to change it. How about a custom mug with your pick? And then I'll go to media. I'll drag this down here. And oh, that background is not white. Let's try and drop her then. Oh, I didn't hit apply, I guess. All right, that's better. So now you can see why I did that, because I have a white background for the mug. You can center, when you drag it, it'll center it. That looks off center, so I'm gonna kind of eyeball it. Then I'm gonna put another annotation and an arrow, and that will be this one. I'm gonna put this right here. To grab it. Hang on. And you can change the style over here. Make that red. And make it thick. There we go. All right. Now, I'll drag that over a bit. Back here, drag this back over. So, and then I'll just do, so what do I have here? Want the perfect gift? How about a custom mug with your pick? Add your name, and then I'll go, I'm gonna do a voiceover in a second too. I'm actually gonna copy this arrow. I'm gonna drag it above. So you got your tracks here that separate things. Make that bigger. There we go. And then I'll do a duplicate of this one, copy, paste. So you can see I'm at 30 seconds here, and that's actually good enough. There we go. So watch this. There's no sound, but so perfect Father's Day gift. How about a custom pick or a custom mug with your pick? Add your name right there. Doesn't matter what your name is. And also, you can add your image on the back so that he can see your smiling face. Now, do you think your dad will love this? Of course he will. So you need to go ahead and get him one right now. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. Now, here's the cool part. Transitions. I've got behaviors. We've got everything. So I can do a whole bunch of weird stuff. It's not really showing there it is. So if I put this on here, now watch how it does it. Then I can even do transitions. So just watch this. It won't really fade there, but this will. There. So just subtle little things that people might notice. So watch this fade going up. There you go. You can't really do these, but put them on there anyway. Then you can even put them in there. Okay, so now it's getting better. There we go. Oh, I did the wrong one there. You want to edit these, just delete. There. See if I fix that. Okay, so now I'm going to do a little voiceover. Clear my voice. This did work last time I did it, so I'm going to go like this. Can't remember what I said though. Want a perfect gift? How about a custom mug? Think your dad will love this. Get him one now. Okay. Hey, want the perfect Father's Day gift? Who doesn't? How about a custom mug with your pick on it? This mug is awesome. It says, I smile because you're my father. I laugh because there's nothing you can do about it, with your name put on there. Then on the back, we can also add any image you have on your phone or your computer. Do you think dad will love this? Of course he will. You know what you need to do? I think you need to get him one right now. So I'm going to go save this. Save. There we go. And now when I play it, good. So now I'm going to share this, go local file, and I'm going to do 1080p. I'm going to go into my folder, the D drive, challenges, Father's Day, and I'll save this as Father's Day mug. I don't need that. Finish. So that'll render. And then what I'm going to do is upload this video to YouTube. Now, you do need a channel or you do need a YouTube account. So I'm just going to use my PPC coach one because we might as well. So I'm going to click create, upload, and then I'll select my file, which is there, challenges, Father's Day video, and there's my video. So it'll upload that. And you can put in here like where to get it if you want. But for an ad, it's not really going to show any of this. So then we'll go to next, next. For visibility, I'm going to put unlisted. So it won't show on my channel as public, but I can still use it for an ad. Close. And then there's your video. So you click on it, and then we can go to here, and it'll actually show when it's processed, like when it's rendered. There we go. So this video is 1000% better than the last one I did in the last challenge. So this is more it. Make it short and sweet. I paused a little bit in the talking. You got to talk quick on these videos because you're going to lose them quick. So now we've got our video ready. Now we're going to go into our ad account, and I'm going to go to here, tools and settings, conversions. I'm actually going to create one. I already have one in here, but hit the plus sign, conversion, and then we're going to do a website conversion. So this is kind of step 2. So the action I want to track is a purchase. Conversion name is purchase, but it is a Father's Day mug. You can name it your mug title, whatever, but we can use the same pixel for all of them if we wanted. We can use no value, different value, same value. So if we know that, you know, we're going to make like $15 per sale basically, and go to US and go to not 115, 15 bucks. Now if they buy more than one, that'll be odd because it's Father's Day mug. So, well, maybe that was stepdad or grandpa. But anyway, just put 15 in there, whatever the value is that you make, and how many conversions to count per click or interaction. Just put 1. And in here for the click-through window, I'm going to put 90 days. View through conversion window, 1 day, that's fine. Including conversions, yes. Attribution model, last click, that's fine. Enable enhanced CPC to help conversions and campaigns currently usually manual. We can turn that on. So then we click create and continue. And now here's where we have to install the tag into GearBubble. So install the tag yourself. There's 2 parts. This part, copy. And if I'm moving quick, don't worry. You can watch the replay. You can see everything. So now let's go to our mug. Let's go to settings. Just open this in a new tab. And we'll go to tracking pixels. And remember, we got our Facebook one here. And they do have one for Google, but I think it's old right here. So they got a remarketing snippet, Google conversion pixel, and Google Analytics. I'm not even going to use that. I'm going to go right to third party. I'm just going to paste in part 1, then go back to my ad account, scroll down, and grab this. So this is kind of the main code that kind of turns the engine on, and then this one actually starts it. So this is how you track your actual conversion. So there's 2 parts to the code. Go back here and paste the second part. There, update. So now I've got my conversion snippet here, and I can track my ads very easily. So I've got my video is uploaded, my conversion code is ready to go. Now, click next, done. Now I actually want to create a campaign. So now, where should I show my video? You give me some ideas in the chat where you think on YouTube I should show my video for a Father's Day mug. Let's go to YouTube. Now, I watch a lot of YouTube videos. Should I show it here before this video between two ferns? Should I show it here? How Michael Jordan's feedback shaped the last dance? Should I show it here on this Mother's Day stream from Mark Ribier? I can't even pronounce it. Or here, how about my It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia season 4 gag reel? Where do you think? Trending videos? Yeah. So one method that I have shown is to go to trending and to put your video in front of these. You could do that. You could very easily do that. I did show that in the last training. It's in training replay number 3 from the Mother's Day Challenge number 2. You can actually see me do that. Good point. You can do that. You will get a lot of traffic, but here's the thing. So Unreal Engine 5 revealed next gen real-time demo running on PlayStation 5. Okay. Well, yeah, that's cool. That's probably going to have a lot of younger guys watching it, I imagine, which is fine because everybody's got a dad. I have news. I've been keeping this secret for a while. Today, thank you to all your wonderful people who took part in this video. I know it's a challenging time, but we're in this together. I don't even know what that is or who that is. Probably some YouTuber, beats me. Addressing everything, no clue. 2021 Toyota Supra is more powerful and better than before. Okay. So each of these videos, these trending ones, are going to have a different demographic that they hit. So I could certainly put my wonderful video in front of this and try and sell these guys a mug. But today, I'm going to show you something different. You're going to like this. Father's Day gifts. Look at that. Look how many gift things come up. So let's just search Father's Day gifts. Uh-oh. What do we have here? 8 last-minute DIY Father's Day gift ideas. Well, yeah. 9 DIY Father's Day gift ideas. Now, these are from a year ago, but they do still get traffic from search. 10 best Father's Day gifts for 2019. That will get traffic. Father's Day gift guide from 3 years ago. Look at that. 2.1 million. It's still getting traffic. Top Father's Day gift. Handmade Father's Day gift. Father's Day gift guide from 2018. Easy Father's Day gifts. Now, you can certainly filter too by this year if you want. You'll get more recent ones. You can filter by this month. You'll get very, very recent ones. Some of them have low views, but that's because they're brand new. So what I like to do is just start here, kind of go, I want to clear my filter. There. So I'm going to go with the results that come up when somebody types in Father's Day gifts into YouTube. So I'm going to keep an eye on these because I'm going to need these URLs. So let me open that in a new tab. I'll just mute that. So I want my video to show, my mug to show in front of this video. It's probably got a bunch of comments and everything too. So this was a popular one. And then you get more down here, down the side too. Do you see the power of this? So we can, people are going on YouTube and they're searching for Father's Day gifts and they're watching videos and they're going to see my mug, which is awesome and blows away all this crap. Well, actually, some of this is pretty cool, but mine's better. So they're going to see my mug, and you know what they're going to do? They're going to buy my freaking mug because I've got like laser targeting on this. So you know on Facebook, you kind of let it go and you let the pixel find the buyers. You don't do that on YouTube. You can go with Father's Day gifts and you can put your ad in front of all of these. So do you want me to show you how? I'll show you how. Let's keep that open. Let's go here. Let's go back to our campaign. Oops. It's always bumpers me up. I think it's a back arrow. There we go. All right. So I'm going to go to campaigns. I'm going to click the plus sign, new campaign. Now here, I'm going to create a campaign without goals or guidance because that's how I always do it now. And you get all your types. You can do search, display, shopping. Video is what we want. Discovery, smart, or app. So I'm going to do a video one. And then down here, I can do custom video campaign, which I'm going to. But you can do non-skippable in-stream, which means share your entire message up to 15 seconds non-skippable. So they cannot skip it. So after the first 5 seconds, people can skip your ad. They don't want to watch it. With that one, no, they have to watch it. So I don't really like doing those because I have to pay, and sometimes they're not interested, and it's really kind of blowing a lot of money. Outstream, not even going to bother that. Drive conversions, well, we can, but we don't really have anything on our pixel yet, so we can't. Ad sequence, nah. Shopping, nah. So let's go custom, continue. And here's where we got into our settings. So we got the type there, and here I'm just going to put in, I like to number them still. Well, I'll call it this. I smile because mug. Bidding strategy, I'm going to use maximum CPV because I don't want to use target CPM, so we'll just leave it on default. Budget, now if I put a campaign total here, then I need a start date and an end date. Actually, I could do that, but I'm not going to. I'm going to do daily. So we know the Father's Day run ends on a certain day, so I could use a total, but I prefer to use this. I'll just put it at like 20 bucks a day to start. Because I kind of know that this one's already working, so I'm going to spend a little bit of money, and you can adjust this budget, which is the beauty of YouTube. I can increase the budget on my ads, and it's not going to fall apart like it would on Facebook. It's just a completely different animal because they will only show my video if they actually have people typing in this stuff, or if they actually have people watching the videos that I'm going to put my ad in front of. Okay, so it's totally different. I'm going to start it right now. For the networks, click this drop down. I only want it to show on YouTube videos. Okay. Languages, I'm going to put English. Country, I'm just going to go with US right now. Actually, I'm going to put Canada and UK. Well, North America, I'll go with, because I think other countries have different days for Father's Day. Like I know they do for Mother's Day. So I'm going to stick with North America for this. Inventory type, I'm going to go expanded. And it defaults to standard, but I'm going to go here because I don't care about profanity or sexual content, nudity or violence or whatever. It doesn't bother me. Excluded types, we could exclude embedded videos and live stream and games. We'd exclude those. We want to exclude live stream because you don't want your video to show in front of a live stream because they're there for the live stream and they're not going to click off it. For embedded videos too, that means it's kind of off Facebook. So you can't control, you don't know if they actually typed in like Father's Day videos to get there. You don't know how they got there. So I'm going to exclude that too. Additional settings, here's the key. So for conversions, it defaults to account level. So I got to click it. It says use the account level, include in conversion settings. If I do that, it's going to include all my conversions. So I want to choose, and then I want to select. Then I just want to pick my one for the Father's Day month because that's the one that's tied to with the pixel already set. So just this one, save. Okay, that's the only one I want to use. I don't want to use all the account level ones. Devices, I'm going to leave this on default. You're slow. Because I'll show you how to set a little trick for that in a second. Frequency cap, I'm going to have none. Ad schedules all day, but you can go in and say, okay, well, mornings work best, and then afternoons. So I'm only going to run it from 6 a.m. to like noon, and then from like 4 p.m. to like 10. You could do that here, and it won't fall apart. But here I'm going to do it all day long. Ad group is going. I'm just going to create one ad group, and I'm going to put all my placements within that ad group. So I'll call this 001. I'll put all placements. Now demographics, and click that. And you can actually select female, male, female, or unknown, the age ranges, the parental status. Hey, if you're running necklaces for daughters or sons, and you want to make sure they're a parent, there you go, bingo. Now I'm going to leave these all on for now, but I can come back in later and I can adjust these. Audiences, I'm going to leave that blank. Keywords, I'm not going to go by keywords. I'm not going to go by topics. However, I am going to go by placements. So I click on here And now I've got the option to do it by channels, videos, video lineups, websites, apps, for all categories. What I like to do is enter multiple placements. And this is where I'll kind of go like so. I'm going to put this on the one screen. Just split it. I'm going to drag this onto the other screen. Actually, this on the other screen. Okay, so here's where I have Father's Day gifts member, and I want to put my video in front of this. So I just right click, copy link, paste, enter. Oops. And then I'll click and add one placement. I'll just do it one at a time so you can see. There it is. This video, my ad's going to show in front of this video now. So I want to do in front of this one too. Copy. Enter multiple. I could enter multiple if I wanted. Add. Okay, so there's a second one. So now I can go enter multiple. Now that you're getting the hang of it. So it said enter placement URLs by line or paste in the list. So I'll paste, enter, do the next one. Paste, enter, do the next one. I'll just add those, make sure they add. So you can see down here they're adding correctly. So it's just one per line. Fathers and kids sculpture best for easy Father's Day gifts. So I'm going to do that one. Enter. 2018. Yeah, still getting some views. Father's Day cards. Yeah, that's cool. And then we'll scroll down. Father's Day gift guide. Sure. So how many placements are we at now? So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll do one more. Now you can do as many as you want, but I'm just gonna, for this video, I don't want to keep you guys all day because I got to do a little bit more on the setup. Oops. Oh, what was that? 9 DIY. I think I was there. So let's go with this one. This will be our last one for here, but you can add in more. 10's a good start. So now I'm gonna make this big. You can see there's my placement. So my ad's gonna show in front of that. Bidding. Now this is a maximum CPV bid. CPV means cost per view. So it says it's the highest amount you're willing to pay for someone to view your video ad. So if I click learn more, Google's very helpful here too. It'll explain everything. So here's an example. If you think it's worth 25 cents to have someone watch your video, you can set US 25 as your maximum CPV bid. This means for a true view in-stream video, you'll pay a maximum of 25 cents when someone watches 30 seconds of your video, or the duration if it's shorter than 30 seconds, or engages with an interactive element, whichever comes first. Okay. Or for a true view video discovery ad, we're not doing those, so we don't even need that. How to decide. Now, how to decide is really, you set a number. If you're getting lots of traffic and it's profitable, you leave it there. If you're not getting any traffic, you have to raise the bid. So I'm going to set the maximum CPV. Most guys go with like 5 cents, but I'm actually going to go with this. 21 cents. Actually, you know what? Michael Jordan's documentaries are out. I'm going to do 23 cents. So I'm willing to pay 23 cents for somebody to watch my video. So how many videos can I get for like $15 to get a sale? So to break even, I think I'm doing this right. 65 views to get one sale is what I'm going to need. Now, I can bid 23 cents. It doesn't mean I'm going to pay 23 cents. I could pay like 5 cents because if nobody else is bidding on that video, then obviously if competition doesn't exist, then they'll charge me a lot less. All right. So bid that. if you're not getting traffic, you're going to have to raise it. If you're getting, our rules will help us control it too. But I like to start on the high side. You could start at like 5 cents if you want, and then just raise it up. But I like to start high because I know I want the traffic basically. Now here is where we create our ad. So we've got our video, and we're just going to copy the URL. Then we're going to go back to here, paste, and there it is. So now we've got skippable in-stream or video discovery. I'm going to select this, skippable in-stream, and it's got that nice thing, takes it. Now for the URL, guess where I want to send it? Right here. So go to GearBubble, grab the URL, go back to your campaign, final URL, paste that in there. Display URL, we can put in just like gearbubble.com. And now I want a call to action. So my call to action is going to be either buy it now or order now or whatever. So this is where your channel kind of does matter because my logo is going to be this, which people are going to think is weird. But I can change my headline at least to get your custom. I only have 15 characters. Customize it now. Get your mug now. Bugger. That's the same. Get it. So close. Perfect. Dad gift. Oh, you suck. I put customize this now. Like I'm one character away. So the buy it now button shows. There. Learn more now. Buy it now. Oh, that does make sense. Order one now. I'll do that. There. Then URL, there's advanced in here. We don't really need this. Companion banner auto generate using your channel banner, or you can upload an image. The image is 300 by 60 pixels, so I am actually going to make one. So let's go to here, and it's 300 by 60. So let's load this. File, new. Yeah, image, or sorry, canvas size. That's not 300 by 60. That's 300 by 60. That's not. You bugger. File new. Let's go. There. Okay, now I'll zoom in. I'll just do a quick little thing. make this fit. You don't have much room to play with here, so that's all I'm going to do. Because it's 300 by 60 is super small. We'll call this banner ad for YouTube. There. So I'm going to upload this, choose file. Let's call this ad number 1, doesn't matter. And then create. And then, so you've got your settings. Continue. There we go. I'm going to X out of this. So we've got this ready to rock and roll. One other change that you want to do is you want to come in here. You want to go to placements. No. What devices? I have to go up here. No, they don't have it. Okay, don't worry about that. Here are your placements, by the way. So you can see all 10 of them, and then you can see your bid here, then your views, your average cost per view, your costs, your conversions, your cost per conversion, conversion rate. So last thing we're going to do is we're going to add some rules to this. So let's go to tools and settings, and let's go to, there's rules under bulk actions. I've already got some in here, but just create a new rule, and this is going to be a placement rule, okay? And so it's going to pause the placement, and this is going to go to selected campaigns. And then we'll just go to this one and done. And the condition is this. So if cost is greater than, in our case, well, 15 is a break even. Let's go 10. And conversions is less than 1, then shut it down. Now, these only run once a day, okay? So you only have the options of once, daily, weekly, or monthly. So we're going to run these basically at, well, I guess you could put 2 rules in. So why don't we do this? I didn't show you guys this before, but we do a 12 p.m. run using data from all time. And then we'll put the rule name here. Rule number 1. Turn off if spent is greater than 10, and this is kind of a little workaround. So I'll run that at noon, and I'll save it. And then I'm going to do another rule. Oops. Just get out of that. Another placement rule. And this is going to be pause. Placement in selected campaigns. That campaign done. Condition is the same. If cost is greater than 10 and conversions is less than 1. We're going to run this once, but we already have it. It's already running at noon. So we'll run this one at like 5. So actually we'll put it 6 hours away. So noon and 6 using data from all time. So that's a little workaround to get it to run more than once a day. Let's put this at 6 p.m. There. Okay, so we've got one running at noon, one running at 6, and it's just checking to see if it's spent $10 without a sale. If that happens for that placement, it'll shut it off. Now we need one more placement rule, and we'll put this pause placement, and it's going to be placements in selected campaigns. I smile because done. Now in this case, we have conversions, so it's greater than 0, but our cost per conversion is a little high. So we'll go conversions cost, and if it's greater than 15. So if it's greater than our break even, then shut it down. And again, we'll run this at noon using data from all time. This will be rule number 3. If, in this case, conversions greater than 0 and cost per conversion is greater than 15 at 12 p.m. So I'll copy that, save, and then I'll run this again at 6. So again, placement, pause in selected campaigns, done. And then we'll go conversions greater than 0. And the cost per conversion is greater than 15. And I'll run this at 6 p.m. So twice per day. Now, if you wanted to get real funky, you could run it more often, but this is good enough. It'll catch it. We're not running huge numbers. I mean, the bigger budget, probably the more times you want to run it every day, just to make sure you're catching things. So I'll put this at 6. Just little safety valves. You can keep an eye on it too, right? And if you're checking your campaigns and you notice that maybe one's got a sale and then it didn't get another one, you can go in and manually turn it off too. All right, so that'll run our campaign for us. Now, how do we do everything else? Like, how would we scale this? So if you want to scale this, if it's working, you would literally come in and increase the budget and click save. That's your first move. Your second move is to go to placements, and you want to actually add more placements. So you can click edit, click your ad group, and then you can enter more. So we have 10 in there. Some of them will get shut off, so we're going to want to add more. Now the rules will apply to any that we add to this campaign. So we've got 10 in there, say like 6 of them shut down and 4 of them are running. So we might want to increase the budget and maybe we dump in another 10 placements. You can do that. Okay, that's how you scale. So does anybody have any questions on that? I know it's a lot. I'm sorry. I don't mean to overwhelm people, but the beauty of it is you can go back through this whole video and you're going to see everything, and you can just pause the replay as you're going through. But the key aspects are you need a video, showed you how to do that. You need your conversion tracking installed. I showed you how to do that. Then you need your campaign set up. I showed you how to do that. And then you need your rules. So there's 4 aspects to a YouTube ad campaign. What I showed you today is basically a course for a lot of people. So I hope you got a lot of value out of that. Plus the Facebook ad stuff. That's good. I'll take some questions and I'm going to wrap it up. Okay, well, if we have funny mugs that might contain swear words or words related to the virus shutdown, will Google shut down the campaign? You know what? I don't want to say yes, because then if I'm wrong, you'll be mad at me. They are more lenient than Facebook is, but I still, I don't want to say yes. But I'm not going to say no, but I don't want to say yes. Okay, it's kind of like do it at your own risk type thing. I know if you did that on Facebook, yeah, you're going to get banned. But if you do it on Google, they are like, for example, I can run an ad that says want to make money online. I can run that on Google and they don't care. I cannot run that on Facebook. Okay, so you have to kind of, it's your own risk tolerance and what you're really willing to do. That was great. Gonna watch a replay so I can make the video. Right on, cool. So do you do YouTube ads for each design or just your Facebook winning ones? Good question. You can actually test on Facebook too. Don't think you have to test on YouTube. You can run what I just did as a test campaign too. So if you want to kind of split your traffic 50-50 right now between, say, Facebook and YouTube, I would suggest you do it because nobody else is doing this on YouTube. Nobody. There's nobody running print on demand products on YouTube. Nobody. I'm the only one. So, and you guys now too. I would test it. How's your performance for YouTube ads for the mug? I haven't run this one yet, but I do get sales from YouTube, and it does pretty good. I would say the ROI is comparable, or if even a little bit better than Facebook. Do you use different conversions for each ad or niche? Again, I kind of stick to the same thing where I'm going to use like niche pixels. So within here, I have this for my Father's Day mug. So I'm going to run all my Father's Day mug with that conversion that I just set up today. Incredible value. Thanks, Will. Oh, no problem. Can we use our personal YouTube account or should we create one related to the business? Yeah, like I I don't think it matters. It's just the logo. But if your personal account has like a picture of you, I actually think that would work very well. So I would have no problem doing that. Just when you get to the banner part, just make sure you make like a very simple banner. Are you selling your print on demand products on other platforms now besides Gearbubble? Yes. I hate having all my eggs in one basket. Yeah, I do. I still do Shine On. I still do. Even I have like some hoodies running on Teespring too. So I like to spread it out because mainly it throws off my copycat spy guys. And are masks okay for YouTube? I don't know the answer to that, honestly. I don't know if virus stuff is okay on YouTube because I don't run any of that stuff. So I don't know. I'm going to have to ask around maybe. The problem with asking around is nobody else is doing this. So I have nobody to ask. So I know people want to jump on these masks and jump on this virus stuff. Me personally, I don't because I think it's going to die out and it's not an evergreen thing that I can get into. So yeah, I know you can get a quick cash grab, but that's not what I'm all about. I want stuff that goes year round, and then I want my holidays to kind of really get a good boost in sales. So yeah, I can't help you. I don't know. I don't know. What's your take on running Google ads? I love Google ads. I started on Google ads. Even search ads work. What do you do if there's only 2 sales on 2 ad sets on a test and only spent $38? Continue until it turns off or duplicate and continue to test. If you have 2 sales on 2 ad sets at 38 spent, I would say you probably have a winner. So I would pursue it. I would ramp it up and see where it goes. If you ramp it up for like 2 or 3 days and it's not profiting, then shut it down. But you're getting some signs of life. You just don't have like 38 spent. That's divided by 2 is you're not quite profitable. So it's iffy. I would rather find one that was profitable in my testing to feel better about ramping up and scaling. But if you really think it might have legs, if you give it a little bit more money on 2 sales, then yeah. If it had 1 sale at 38 spend, I'd say no. So it's really your personal call. Maybe it's something that you're very close. Maybe the pixel just needs a little bit more juice on Facebook. Maybe you run that same one on YouTube ads and it just skyrockets, right? You never know. So you're close, but it's just a matter of maybe give it a little bit more, run it for a couple more days, ramp it up, and see where that goes. If it's not showing any signs after that, then just cut it. Don't run it for like 2 weeks or anything like that. Um, I'm hesitant to run political mugs on Facebook due to fear of being banned. Is this fear warranted, even if I'm approved for political ads? It is absolutely warranted. I won't do them. I get my ad account goes through some weird spurts where I get restricted and then I get it back, then I get restricted, then I get it back. And I'm not even doing anything wrong. So I know if I ran political stuff, they'd be like, nah, you're out of here. So I mean, if you want to do political stuff, you want to do masks, go on Etsy. They don't give a crap. Just put it on there and you can even run ads on Etsy, honestly. You're not going to get in trouble. You're not going to lose it. But the Facebook ads, they're so paranoid and they're so like skittish about everything that I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. So I know guys do it, and I believe they're burning through ad accounts. I don't want to do that. I want to keep my ad accounts in good standing, and if I get the odd bot that flags me, then so be it. I'll just peel it. But I'm not going to run a political stuff. My mind is blown and shooting creative ideas. Right on. Awesome. Good stuff. Can you run political stuff on YouTube on Google Ads? I don't know. I don't know. I don't do it, so I can't answer you. Maybe we can find something here. I can look into it, but like I said, there's really nobody to ask. There's no, you have like a million Facebook groups about Facebook ads. Well, nobody's doing these YouTube ads. There's like one guy that's got a course out there and it's pretty good, but nobody's doing it. And he doesn't even do ecom. He just does lead generation. So we're kind of pioneering this thing, um, I think. So, I mean, you could run it, and if you get banned, then there's your answer. But I can't tell you that, yeah, I ran political ads and I didn't get banned, or I ran a bunch of masks and I didn't get banned, because I won't do it. So I can't help you with that. All right, I'm going to close it off. I think this was a really good training. I hope you guys got a lot out of it. The replay will be valuable because you can actually pause it as you go through. You can test on YouTube ads. You can ramp up on YouTube ads. You can scale on YouTube ads. Don't think for a second that Facebook is the only way to make money with print on demand. It's not. In fact, you should be diversifying. You should be using other traffic sources, because who knows? One day Facebook could just go, yeah, you're out of here. And then what do? Like, you panic, you cry, you throw your computer through the window, and then you're like, okay, now I got to move on. So be prepared, because who knows? Facebook, like I said, they're skittish, they're paranoid. They have bots that run, and their bots are really dumb, and they'll flag accounts for no reason at all. And then they'll take like a week or two to get back to you. Like, it's the weirdest business model in the world. But so don't get depressed. Don't get down. If you get a restricted ad account, just be like, meh, it happens. Will said it happened. It happened. It happened to him. He got his back a couple times. I have. Knock on wood. Happens again. I hope I get it back again. But who knows? So I'm diversifying to making sure that my business doesn't just come to a grinding halt because skittish old Facebook decided they didn't want to run my ads anymore. Okay. All right, cool. We will talk to you guys on the forums. The next challenge, you're going to love it. It's not blankets, it's something else. And I'm going to keep it, I'm going to announce what it is, but you're going to be like, holy crap, that makes total sense when I announce the next challenge. It's not Father's Day round 2. It's something different, something that you guys are going to go, oh, nice one, Will. Guaranteed. All right. So I'm not going to reveal it, but I'll reveal it soon on the forums, and I'm going to be emailing people about it too. So have a great day. We will talk soon, and see you on the forums.